4 out in the lead, 3 seconds up. Julo P2, Rams P3, Vlad, his tires are just going off now.
Why is Kubo on the heart?
Lol, dude.
And it's gonna end now, so...
What pits game use Fatima drivers have got a seat. Oh, there's a big lag rocket! Kubo's taking a massive hit. He's brought Eurist along with him. We hope we couldn't have had an ending more brilliant this year. Matty will have the inside Catter. Absolute lag troubles there going on. Matty's finds some trouble heading into the infield section. Catter is away, and he will take the final race of the season.
Fantamy just drifting his way as he's played the strategy game just right here. We're going to be looking at Blank and Jiruni. The fight continues, but Fantamy wins the CL feature win. Hello and welcome to Challenger League Season 15 Round 3. We're here on the track at Kaupanger, Norway. Not sure if it's a location or if because he just likes to make up Norwegian names, but it is his home race here today and it is a track of his own making. And well, it'll be a tough track, it'll be a deadly track, and we'll have to see how everyone fares in qualifying. We've got 19 drivers here today, which means unfortunately my planned co-commentator Flex was unceremoniously kicked out, so I'll be doing this commentary by myself and there will not be a stream. So just imagine it's like the 1920s and we're back to radios as Manberg go on provisional pole after the first lap. That's a nice 32.60. In terms of practice races, I've seen Blank, I've seen Manberg go, and I've seen Jerry pull off .4s, even .3s. So it'll be interesting to see how close they can get to that time here in this qualifying. Currently is Manberg go, of course, on provisional pole. Jerry on the front row. Then it's Dogamer, Miyamura, Juan, Guzziman, the home favourite, and Johnny Fu in 7th, and as we go on second lap, and that is indeed a .3, a top 37 from Manbergo, and Guzzi jumps up to the front row, Juan in 3rd, and Manbergo's teammate Blank, who currently has 3 out of 4 wins so far in CL, he is currently in 4th ahead of Jerry. Vlad also seems to have gotten up to 6th, and we got Maiko, or as known as Proline 4, making his return to racing, currently up in 9th, so great job from him. As here we go, final lap. No improvement from Manbergo, but he got close. Johnny Fu up to the front row. What a lap at the very end. Let's take a look through it here. We've got Manbergo for Santa Corse, another pole for him. Johnny Fu on the front row. Guzziman in 3rd, Juan in 4th. This is probably the best qualifying for Ricard Auto in a while. Jiruni in 5th, actually tied with Juan, so I'm not sure which one of them will start ahead, but of course for the sprint the top 10 will be reversed. Blank only in 6th, but I'm sure he'll be able to make up some positions in the races. Vlad in 7th, Rafita and Dogamer, good performance for that's meant to be Vope Eoka, because they've been renamed back to it, but still FGR Challenger because I suck at car classes. Kiato in 10th, that means he'll be starting from pole for the sprint. Miyamura 11th, Maiko in 12th, off Yuko in 13th. Another return knee is Priya, who will be starting 14th, followed by Gosa Gorlomi in what is meant to be his final race in CL at least, and I'm not sure if he's racing UL. He's starting 16th, Eurist 17th, Game on Goose 18th, and Connor will be starting from 19th. 19 drivers, as mentioned before. That means one of them is an independent, and that is Maiko, is starting from 12th. 11 laps in the sprint, followed by 30 in the feature race. That looks to be the amount of laps, so obviously for the sprint just one stint of wet tyres. It's a fully wet track in the sprint. and it'll just test. It will really test the skills of these drivers here. Blank with 3 wins out of 4. He's currently tied in the standings alongside Guzzi. Despite the 3 wins out of 4, because he finished 4th in the Hungaroring feature, which Guzzi went on to win, and Guzzi has podiumed in every race so far, the only one to do so this season. Here we go then. It's Gamer and Kiato must have tied on finish time. I must have missed that because it is Gamer starting from pole, and his teammate Rafita squeezing down the inside there. Gamer tries to leave him space. Kiato tries to get in. Oh, Johnny Fu drops behind. Oh, someone just went wide, and we've got big server lag there. Maiko gets absolutely launched, and it's looking like not the greatest of starts for Miyamura or for Johnny. But at the top is currently a VEO 1-2, and Guzzi Man, after that server lag, has managed to get up here and start fighting with Rafita and Gamer, followed by Vlad and the 2 center courses and Jiruni. Jiruni there, unfortunately, forcing Manbergo a little bit off into the grass. It's currently Guzzi Man with a fast lap of 35.90. He gets forced wide there by Gamer, which unfortunately for both of them allows Vlad and then Blank for his Blank. Forces Gamer off there. It is still Rafita in the lead. We currently have a Romanian 1-2 as Rafita and Vlad are in the top 2 positions. Guzzi, Gamer, Blank, they're all fighting. Oh, Blank goes in deep. Gamer round the outside. All of them have lost some time to Vlad up ahead, and there's Manbergo right behind his teammate, followed by Jiruni in 7th. We've got Ghost and Kiato fighting for 8th, then is Juan in 10th in the final sprints points position, but Afuyuko not too far behind, followed by a pack of Priya, Gorlami and Jonifu. Rafita still leading this race here. Vlad is trying to hold back Blank now, and Gamer gets the opportunity, goes down the inside. It's him and Blank side by side. He relents, allows Blank to get ahead, and Vlad is the one who drops 2 positions as a result of that. Guzzi Man right behind him. Vlad also, I'm pretty sure he lives in Norway, so this is a sort of home race for him. Gamer and Blank both go wide. That allows Vlad and Guzzi Man to gain some time, gain some positions. Rafita is still leading the pack. Blank with the fastest lap. He does get forced off there on the outside, and Rafita remains in the lead. Now he's out of anyone's slipstream, as is complete pandemonium. Jiruni and Manbergo have caught up to this pack for second. Manbergo gets absolutely shafted there. He is gonzo. He is fighting now for 7th with Kiato. That's not the best situation for him. We got Blank now having detached himself from that death pack for 2nd. And he's looking to once again try and chase down Rafita here. We're halfway through the sprint already. Rafita makes a mistake. Blank goes down the inside. Rafita doesn't attempt to challenge it. And here goes Blank into the sprint race lead. And he is already running away. I don't think Rafita's got his slipstream. And once again hits the fastest lap. Improves on his own fastest lap, I think, but it is a bad turn 1 and 2. Rafita is right back in this race, and maybe he'll be looking to slipstream Blank for a bit. Blank asking him to slipstream. Rafita looks to comply for now. Does make a mistake there on that exit. That is not a good turn to make a mistake, because then you lose that extra speed for the whole sweeping right-hander. And he has indeed lost Blank once again. Guzzi Man in 3rd, trying his hardest to catch up. Him and Blank look to be set to be the rivals competing for the Drivers' Championship. We've got a little server lag there, at least on my screen. Manbergo and Jiruni fighting for 4th. Manbergo goes into grass of his own accord. Vlad in 6th. Kiato. Gamer down in 8th. I'm not sure, I don't remember exactly what happened to him, but he's still up here fighting for points. Johnny Fu has gone up to 9th, followed by Gosa. Gorlomi in 11th, and it's Juan in 12th, ahead of Priya, Yurist, Afuyuko, and Miyamura. Juan looks to have dropped back a bit after running in the points earlier in this race. Blank currently in the lead. Rafita must have made a mistake there, because he is down in 3rd now. Guzzi Man out of his slip, and he was trying to defend against Jiruni there. It looks to have been effective. Jiruni once again got Manbergo on his tail. That's definitely putting some pressure on him to try and catch Rafita, to try and gain positions here. HRT after last season, of course, with Kado and then with Miyamura. And I think Manbergo reserving this season. They don't have Miyamura and Manbergo to look back on. I think Jared got forced off by Rafita's trailer there. So yeah, a bit of a... Gotta be a bit more careful with your trailer around this track especially. It's a tough track and you've got a lot of these positions. Like here, this is the Norwegian corkscrew. Vlad goes really deep on the first grass, and I don't know if that's lag from the server or from him, but that was really confusing to look at. DoGamer still looking to challenge him for 6th, as Blank has just driven away with just less than 2 laps to go. He looks set to have won his 4th race out of 5. And also the 3rd sprint in a row. Guzzy Man right behind him trying to close down that gap. But it is 2 seconds now, and that is a difficult gap to bridge in less than 2 laps. Manbergo behind them struggling to keep the podium. Jerrers on his tail looking for that inside line. And the slipstream allows him to go on ahead and take 3rd. I think he goes wide there. Server lag also probably involved. We got Rafita behind him, running in 5th by himself. Vlad and DoGamer are still fighting together. Vlad goes wide there, sends DoGamer into the grass as well, and he is really squeezing. Oh, forces DoGamer wide again as his teammate Gosa takes 6th. But it is Blank who wins the Kalpanger sprint. A home favourite Guzzy in 2nd. He'll be looking to bridge that in the feature. Manbergo in 3rd, Jarrett in 4th, 1.5 seconds behind. I'm not sure that's right. Rafita in 5th. We got a freeway tie for 6 between Vlad, Gosa and DoGamer. And then it's 9th for Kiato, and Johnny Fu takes the final points position of the sprint. Fastest lap went to Manbergo in the end, who beat his teammates' fastest lap by just 300ths. But that's quite something. Freeway tie between Gosa, Vlad and DoGamer. I'm not sure how that will be resolved. They'll probably get the sum of the points from 6th to 8th divided evenly between them. As long as that, of course, doesn't result in some awkward decimals. If it's 0.33, I don't know if the URA will be looking too keenly towards that. Outside of the points, we got Juan in 11th, over 3 seconds behind Johnny in the points, so it was a bit of a gap between them. Gorlami finishes in 12th, Priya in 13th, Urist in 14th, Miyamura with a race to forget in 15th, off Yuko in 16th, Maiko in 17th, Game on Goose in 18th, and Connor rounds off the drivers in 19th, but not too far behind Goose there. But yeah, Blank, 4th win this season, 4 out of 5, and he is helping Cento Corse keep their lead in the Constructors. Manbergo, of course, on the podium as well. They've sandwiched Guzzy on that sprint podium, in fact, and we've got Kiato only down in 9th. But going back to the qualifying we had, it will be Manbergo on that pole position, followed by Johnny, followed by, I'm not sure if it's Guzzy or Jera, and then by Juan. The red cars in 2nd and 4th, will they be able to do more than they've been able to in the sprint? It will all depend on that race start, and as we've seen, CL race starts are incredibly chaotic, especially at a difficult track like this, where you've got plenty of potential dive bombs or forcing offs happening just because you want to squeeze that little extra bit of time, that extra 10th, that extra 100th even that you need. Might just end up sending someone else to grass if you're not careful with the drivers around you, and if you're not careful with the packs and trailers. Of course, we've got a few people who drive a higher ping van than the norm, such as Blank and I think Manbergoat to some extent, though he was in Montenegro last week, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's even still in Montenegro now. And you've got other people that sometimes have lag issues. It's a difficult landscape here in CL. It's 30 laps ahead of us for the feature race, and of course remember the 2 compound rule means drivers will have to use at least 2 out of the 3 dry compounds. So will these start on the softs? Will some of them try to go for the overcut on the mediums or hards? From what I know, softs go 8 laps, mediums 10 and hards 12, but in CL is fairly likely that drivers will opt for slightly shorter stints of 6 and 7 or 8 or 9 or 11 for the hards. Here we go then, Manbergoat on pole, followed by Johnny. Johnny picks the mediums. Jero actually starting from 4th. Him and Juan were tied. And we actually got through pretty cleanly, I'd say, for turns 1 and 2, but Manbergoat has run away with it. Juan has gone up to 2nd out of Guzzyman, and we've got Johnny Fu and Jero behind. Oh, another dangerous spot for some forcing ups, but again, going cleanly through it. A clean start for the most part. Jero and Guzzy struggling here to get past Johnny Fu while remaining side by side. Rafita takes the opportunity. Juan up ahead. I'm not sure if he got forced off or if he had the grass, but it is Blank up into 2nd already. It's Cento Corse 1-2, and Johnny Fu on those medium tires behind them. Jero behind, now in front, now side by side. Now in front and now side by side again with Johnny, followed by Juan, Guzzy, Vlad. Miyamura is involved up here too. Kiao once again running 9th with Rafita, looking for that move on him through the Norwegian corkscrew, and he does successfully manage it. Priya behind makes a mistake through that set of tricky corners, and you may have already noticed, but there is in fact a special livery that Spanish Raiders are running today. Of course, is Guzzyman's home race, and he is one half of the team owners. You can see there a beautiful half Norwegian, half, I'm not sure what that is, if that's flowers or something, apologise. But yeah, a nice little special livery they're running there, and also a really cool front wing. Guzzyman right behind Blank here, looking to slipstream him from now. I think I didn't see him actually go for any overtake. It's Jero and Johnny fighting for 4th, or I think maybe slipstreaming each other as well. They're both on mediums, and the drivers ahead of them are on soft tires. Johnny Fu was looking for something there, decided to back out of it, and it is the 2 of them on medium tires, which means they might be able to overcut those ahead. They might be able to they might get undercut by those ahead, which they also have to look out for, and also those behind, as Johnny goes for the move around the outside, goes a bit wide though, hits the grass on turn 2. Miyamura in 6th with Kiao right behind. Dope Gamer has managed to make his way up to 8th, followed by his teammate Rafita fighting Juan, Vlad and Gosa for 9th position, and these are all your current drivers in the points positions. We've got Priya in 13th and Jurist in 14th, the highest hard runners. Gorlomi, Maiko, Gus, Ofiyuko and Connor are in a pack for 15th, and that is the entire grid at the current moment. Manbergoat has had a very, very calm start to the race, but we're now 6 laps in. This is the spot where those softs start to taper off now. Laps 6 to 8 is around where you would be looking for a pit, usually after lap 8, but you can do it after lap 6 or 7 for an undercut. Manbergoat decides not to go for it, neither do Guzzy or Blank. Jero and Johnny, of course, on those mediums. Miyamura has caught up to them on the soft tires, and I don't see anyone pitting after 6 laps. Kiao does force Vlad a bit wide there, and it's an unfortunate coming together for all of them. Only Gamer manages to get out unscathed, and it also allows Rafia to get up to 8th, so very lucky incident for Vulpa Aoka there if they can hold on to those positions. And once again, the soft runners up ahead, all staying out. No one looking for that lap 7 undercut. Dogamer is into the pits. So is his teammate Rafia. They are the first ones to pit. Dogamer, Rafia, both of them onto medium tires. And we'll have to see how this works out for them. They come out at the tail end of the pack, of course, but nobody else has pitted yet. They've got to navigate past Maiko and Gus here, both on the hard tires. Dogamer trying to get past Gus. It does hit the grass, but he does successfully get past him, and his teammate Rafia as well. We've got more pits, more people in the pits, and a server lag as well. That's great. Manbergo is into the pits, so is Blank, Guzzi, and Miyamura. Blank and Miyamura are the only ones onto hards instead of mediums. But regardless, all of the people who started on softs have now completed the 2 compound rule. It is currently Jeru and Johnny Fu leading this race. Johnny Fu been nicely slipping, I think. Jeru here. Jeru goes into the pits. Johnny stays out. That's quite interesting. If Jeru looked like he suddenly went into the pits, so he might have been able to trick Johnny Fu there and get an undercut on him. Manbergo already looking to catch up on Johnny. Those undercuts can be intense if you don't have the right slipstream or the right pace up ahead. Blank fighting with Guzzi here for 3rd right now. Johnny Fu enters the pits after 10 laps on the medium tires. Manbergo retakes the race lead. Guzzi's past Blank. I think Blank is letting him lead. He's got the mediums, Blank's got the hards. I think, despite it looking like it's not, I think Blank isn't within slip because of the trailers. So he is looking to slipstream Guzzi here and get some good mediums pace first, and then when those hards get better, he can go for that overtake and get the best of both worlds. Jeru up in 4th. That undercut has separated him from Johnny for now by about a second. Not sure why the times are like that as they cross the finish line, but it's Miyamura up in 6th on those hards, and it's Rafia and Dogamer currently facing a rampaging Urist on worn hards. I think Rafia slightly hit the grass there. Urist not willing to give up his position, but Dogamer going down the inside. Oh, he gets forced into grass there. Urist, I'm not sure if he was letting Rafia through because he did immediately challenge him, but Rafia is through now into 7th place, and Urist is finally into the pits. Dogamer now, however, has to deal with Gosa behind, and Vlad is hot on their tail as well, alongside Juan right behind, who's opted to pit for the soft tires. I think he was one of the drivers that started on the mediums or the hards, and now he's decided to pit on the softs. He wants to catch up to the drivers ahead. Doesn't look like it's working out right now. Priya is into the pits, and it looks like she's ended her race prematurely. Guzzi has already caught up to Manbergo. In fact, while I've been looking further down the order, Guzzi looking to fight Manbergo for that lead at least. Both of them are on the exact same level of medium tires. Blank behind them, of course, on hards. Just waiting for those mediums to drop off. Johnny Fu still staying within about a second behind Jeru, but he's unable to bridge that gap and get back that slipstream that you would really like to have kept. Guzzi is into the lead of the race now. He holds the fastest lap at 32.52 so far in the race, but I think that it's possible for that lap to be beat either through slipstream or through another set of softs. Juan, the only one out on the track on the soft tires, he has caught up to Vlad and Ghost, and he is fighting them for 8th position. As Manbergo retakes the lead from Guzziman. They've been swapping that position a lot. Blank is not too far behind them, under 2 seconds behind them. Jiruni, however, has kind of lost the podium is 4 seconds. That is a difficult gap. I don't think he'll be able to close it down, but he is at least looking for that P4. Johnny Fu behind him, Miyamura behind him on slightly more worn tires. I think Miyamura pitted off the softs onto hards instead of off of the mediums onto hards. Rafia up in 7th. Juan behind in 8th. Those softs look to have worked out a lot better now, as Ghost and Vlad are left behind in the dust by the Belgian driver, and Gamer looks to have really suffered from that encounter with Urest. He is now down in 11th, struggling on worn medium tires, as Urest, who recently pitted onto mediums, is actually looking to try and catch up to him. A lot of server lag going on here. Urest currently fighting with Kiao, who's on significantly more worn mediums. And it looks like Urest's strategy of starting on the hard tires, I think he took them 12 laps, is paying off currently. That overcut is immense as Rafia and Juan head into the pits for a second time. Urest, still on relatively good medium tires, is up ahead of them with one less pit, where he's struggling there, of course, with Kiato's pressure being applied. Guzzi has run away from Blank and Manbergo, and if not for the midfield being so interesting, I should keep a bit more of an eye on this fight. It's a fight for the race win, fight for Guzzi to win his home race and take another feature victory from Blank, who of course has won 4 of the 5 races so far, but 3 of those have been sprints, as Guzzi now enters the pits. Blank, of course, staying out. He's on the hard tires. Manbergo doing the same strategy as Guzzi. And here's Jiruni, who's a lap ahead of his teammate Ofuyuko, up in 2nd at the current moment. Ofuyuko in 17th. Gerard, just like Blank, still looking to keep on those hard tires. Blank up ahead, struggling a bit for this flat out section. It's a difficult section because you want to keep as much speed as possible, but you also don't want to go too hard on the curbs and hit the grass, because that will completely go against keeping that speed, especially in this last chicane here, where you want to keep as much speed as possible into that right hand sweeper, into the Norwegian corkscrew, as Juan does quite well here. He's in 8th position. He's onto the hard tires. He's pitted off with the softs, and he's now up to 7th. Blank is telling Manbergo, I think, to slipstream, as he's on the softs. He's got Johnny Fu up ahead to deal with, who still hasn't pitted off the hard tires, and he is struggling a bit with Blank. I think he's gonna enter the pits. No, he's not. He's still staying out for an extra lap. And Gerard, who had undercut him by a lap earlier, is of course into the pits. So it does make sense if Johnny Fu is into the pits at the end of this hards lap. Guzzi has of course run away, 3-second gap nearly to Blank and Manberg go behind, and that's probably what's motivated Blank to go back onto those soft tires. Not sure he can keep those until the end, because he's pitted for them a couple laps ago. But maybe he's at least trying to have Manberg go slip him and catch Guzzi Man for him. Which would be a very interesting strategy if it works out for them. Johnny stays out for another lap on the hard tires. He's looking to finish this off on the softs. Gerard, who pitted off earlier, has gone onto the medium tires, and he is already catching up. Miyamura on the softs, however, is further behind, so Johnny Fu, at the very least, might get that top 5. As he's finally into the pits here. Guzzi Man kept the lead quite well. Blank struggling a bit with Manbergoat there. Maybe some communication errors. Johnny Fu is indeed into the pits, onto the soft tires. Behind Gerard by 3 seconds, but ahead of Miyamura by about a second. And he'll have to keep that pressure of Miyamura right behind. He'll have to focus on Gerard up ahead. We got Juan up in 7th, Rafia under 2 seconds behind him on the same level of worn hard tires. We got Ghost in 9th, followed by Vlad in 10th, Kiao in 11th, and Urest in the final points position in 12th on the fresh soft tires. So let's have a recap of what's been going on here. Guzzi ran away from Manbergo and Blank, and he is keeping that gap. He is soaking up that pressure extremely well, keeping the gap between 2 and 3 seconds here, and it is working for him as Manbergo has decided to go past Blank. Blank's softs are worn out here, and I think Blank might be looking now to just slip Manbergo, somehow take those softs to the end. I think they'll be like 9 lap old at least by the end, which is quite strugglesome, but now he's got Manbergo's slip, I think he'll be fine. Then off Yuko has now entered the pits, so it looks like he has also decided not to finish this race, but I think he's driven enough of it to be classified. There's huge server lag here, and yeah, looks like Manbergo must have hit the back of someone, maybe Blank there, because he has lost a massive 3 seconds. That's just gotta feel really bad for Manbergo, who's been doing quite a good job here. He was running on the same strategy as Guzzi, started from pole, probably lost Guzzi because of server lag as well, and now he is down in third. His teammate up ahead also going for a very risky strategy with the soft tires, and Jera behind on better mediums, now smelling the blood in the water like a shark, might be able to do something here if those mediums were just enough for him in the closing stages. But we do have only 3 laps left to go, so that isn't looking too realistic. Johnny Fu on the softs in 5th as well, hasn't been able to bridge that 3-second gap to Jera from the undercut. And yeah, we don't have a lot of fights going on here. Let's see, the only fight we've got is well, Vlad right behind Kiato for 10th. Will he be looking for a move here? He's on the hard tires, Kiato's on the mediums. They're pretty much the same level of where the mediums look to be slightly more worn. Bad news for Kiao, and of course Eurus right behind them. Kiao makes a mistake, Vlad goes for it, and Vlad does take 10th position from Kiao. Eurus on those softs. The softs have worn themselves. Looking to do something. Blank has caught up to Guzzi a bit here. He's under 2 seconds now. Not sure why, but oh, I think he made a mistake on the exit of turn 2, and that time gain is just dissipated. It's the final lap, and Guzzi is looking to take another feature race win, his 2nd feature in a row. He's beaten out Blank, and he's looking to indeed challenge him for that Drivers' Championship. He wins in his home race in Norway. Blank across the line in 2nd, his teammate Manbergo 3rd for Cento Corse. It's a double podium. Jera in 4th, Johnny Fu with a nice 5th position. Miyamura in 6th, redeeming himself from the sprint. Juan in 7th, also looking to redeem himself from the sprint. Rafia across the line in 8th. It's Gus in 9th, and Kiato in 10th for Spanish Raiders. Vlad in 11th, and Jurist will take the final points position in 12th with his interesting strategy. Dogamer just outside of the points in 13th. Gorlami in 14th. Maiko on his return in 15th. Connor in 16th on, I think this might be a sealed debut. And Game on Goose on his return in 17th place, with Off Yuko DNFing, but I think still classified. Priya DNFing completely. Either way, it doesn't matter if they're classified or not. They both are outside of the points. Manbergo with the fastest lap in the end. Server lag, I think, played a major factor, especially for Manbergo here. But Guzzi will be happy with his home race victory. Nonetheless, he already ran away, and he kept that pressure to himself. He kept driving, and he got the win in the end. So now let's see if we can get some interviews from some drivers out here in the VC. Who do we have? Obviously the home favorite, Guzzi.
Hello.
How was that? Winning your
Oh,
home race.
Bro, that was stressful. I was stressing when I went at the start of the race. I had like medium drivers attacking me. I was losing positions, dropping to like P7 or something. And then I don't know. In the second stint, I caught Mambi's goat slip, and I was surprised about that. Tried to follow him. I was like, maybe I have a chance at P1. And the second stint, I just put my focus to it and just kept it together.
How do you feel about your chances to challenge Blank for the Drivers' Championship in this season? You've taken 2 feature wins over him now, and of course those are worth more of the points.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel good. I feel good. I just I hope I don't miss any races really, because then the championship may be gone. But yeah, I sadly lost the P1 in sprint because of some drivers. But that's it. P2 is all right, I guess.
Right, thank you. And next
Thank
up,
you.
who else do we have in the VC? We do have Manber Go. If you're up for talking about your was it double podium?
Yeah, I'm up to talk about it.
Yeah,
your
how do you
question?
feel? Two third places, both fastest laps and pole position. How was it?
Like it was a good race. I had a pretty good start. I basically immediately went out of slip of everyone, so that was great. And then on my second stint, I made a mistake in the last snail section, and that made Guzzy catch up again, which is fine. And like we were battling, it was all good. But then I had like a big lag spike, and I just completely flew off the road in turn 1. And then I got back with Blank, which was also good. We were slipping each other. And I got another leg spike for like about 4 seconds loss or something. So then P3 could be worse, could be better. Still, overall good weekend, I think.
Yeah, thank you for your time. Next up, I guess we can go to Kiao, Guzman's teammate and fellow co-owner of Spanish Raiders. How do you feel about your race?
Well, obviously not happy at all. In fact, on Wednesday, I think it was, my laptop just suffered a RAM problem, so I couldn't practice anymore. And now, thank God, I could play from another laptop. So that's the first point that I didn't have a lot of pace because a lack of practice. Although I think I could done it better. The second point is lag. That first lag spike on the first lap on the sprint race killed my winning options. I dropped up from P3 to P9 and so on. Then on the main race, again another lag spike, no performance, everyone pushing out each other. And yeah, I feel happy in one hand because of Goose's win, and that's a good point for the team. But in the other hand, I'm really sad because I know that it affects the championship options a lot. So yeah, nothing else to comment about.
Yeah, thank you. And finally, out of those we have in the VC, we've got Eurist. I think just a 1 point in the feature for you, a consolation perhaps. How was today for you?
I don't know. I learned the layout as I went. It's a tricky track. I think it has some parts of the track are very crash prone. Was kind of hard to battle people. I think I also got a bit lucky there. I think some people got into some some incidents that probably gifted me like 1 or 2 positions. But yeah, I didn't really have much expectations, so that was good. That server lag also really sucked because I hit the back of Kiato's car, and I think that kind of cost me like getting into his slipstream and maybe challenging both him and Vlad for P10. But yeah, oh well. Got 1 point. I think that is good enough.
Alright, thank you very much. And that was CL round 3 in Calpanger today. It was bit messy with the server lag and some lag and incidents for certain drivers. In the end, another round of Blank winning the sprint and Guzzi winning the feature. We'll see you next time in Białowieża for the Polish C-Prix, and we'll see how the Spanish Raiders versus Centro Corsa fight continues then. So, see you then.